Okay, I usually don't edit my videos, but this one was tough. So I'm just gonna go through some of the stuff if anybody's interested. And I spent 5 days working on this bumper, but so I'm just gonna give you the short version. So in my case, I got a basket case, I got a bumper, I got a nose, and I got a hood. And the hood is a different hood. The nose is got a height problem right here. It's low, and the bumper is low here, and it's not tight here on both sides. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck do I do. And here I'm talking about it. I'm just going to speed through this. It's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So now I go to the next day. See, I started on the 5th. Actually, I think I started on the 4th, but so now I got 3 videos here. Again, I'm just going to do this by memory. So I got again. You can see I still got a gap here. The hood is higher than this, and I'm trying to figure out how do I get all this to fit. And you notice here where my arrow is, and right up here is good, and so is it good there. But nothing else is good. And then there's a piece of hood from here to here that's up. The fender or the hood has to come down. I was just talking about that. So then we go to the next video, and again, I can't remember. This is over 5 days. See if there's anything worthwhile here. So we'll see the gap over here. It's huge. And I still got the hood problem. I spent days working on it, trying all kinds of weird stuff. By the end of the video, I know how to do it. So I'm just going to skip ahead, see if there's anything worthwhile here. I'm still talking about it, just suffering through it. Back next video. This is the way I do it. I just shoot a bunch of short videos. So now, if you look, I got it up. I'm not going to tell you how to do this till the end, but I got it up, and it looks pretty good. But it's not. I'm going to have to take it apart 3 more times before I finally solve it. The weird thing about a shop is, even though you got lights, it's dark. I think the older you get, the darker things you get too. So let's see what else. Right here, this piece right here is the frame support that bolts to the frame. This is a key. There's a hole here and a hole back here. There's 2 holes. This is just a brace off that piece to the bumper. There's 8 holes altogether. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then same on the other side. So again, I'm trying to figure this out. Who knows what I'm saying here? Go to the next video. The next day, now we're to the 8th. This is the program I use. It came with the camera. I got the camera for $100. So now you can see I took the bumper off again. I took all the pieces. Here's the pieces I was talking about. These bolt to the frame. Those are the 2 holes right there. Those 2 holes bolt to the frame. This piece bolts to somewhere here. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out why is it different on both sides. Well, these two pieces end up being exactly the same, but a left and a right. See, that's got a P on it, passenger. Again, I'm trying to solve. I'm saying, hey, look, it's the same. So what the heck's going on? So there was some rust. I put in my Harbor Freight sandblaster. Since I took it all apart, I never sandblasted behind these spots. But let me just stop this right now. If you go to put your bumper on, there's this cross piece. Leave these bolts loose. They kind of run at a 45 to here. Let me think about this. Anyway, I can't even remember. They go from 2, go to here. Oh, and the other 2 go to the bumper. So anyway, leave all 4 of these loose. Have them in, but leave them loose, or else you're going to have alignment issues. Took me a while to figure all that out. So go to the next video. Next day. Can't remember what we got here. Again, I got the bumper back on, but I'm still going to take it off 2 more times. See, that there's a height issue. It's tight, but it's not up high enough. I'm still trying to figure out how to do this. Skip ahead. Skip ahead again. I'll play the video when I finally figure it out for the next video. Okay, the pieces that I was talking about laying on the table should be in this video. This is the piece that was laying on the table. Here's the cross piece that I said runs at a 45. These are the bolts you're going to need loose. But anyway, see, the holes don't line up. So again, I'll tell you how to fix this at the very end. So you don't have to suffer for 5 days. I don't know what I'm talking about there. Skip that. Again, if you took your bumper off, you wouldn't have these problems. But me, I never saw this stuff on. Okay, now this piece here, in my hand, I decided to try. This is the part of the fender flares, the piece that goes under the car. I'm looking at it, trying to figure out how does this work. This is where the flares come down. This is like they call it a balance. So this is my first or second trial fit talking about it. Okay, put it up there. Those that piece I just pointed at fit on top of this bumper. That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna put it up. I'll get into it more later. Oops, let's back up. So these pieces right here slip in. They just sit on top. And then this cross radiator support, there's like 3 holes, 1, 2, and 1 on the other end. They line up. You just got to put one of those U-clips on there. So again, I was just figuring this stuff out as I go. Again, I had to buy that online. So here I'm talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to end up cutting this. I'm not sure I'm going to show that I cut it, but I got to fix that. This is going to go up. It's also holding the bumper from going up. I'm going to cut this right down all the way. It's the only thing I can think of to raise this up because I'm flush here and I'm flush there. And I need the bumper to come up, but it can't because it's hitting here. I'm going to cut this. Right here, I'm going to talk about the hood. If you're messing around with your hood, loosen up the 4 hinge bolts on top that bolts to the top of the hood, and you can, loose, not real loose, and you can just move the hood around without, opening it, closing it, opening it, closing it, tightening and loosening. So I don't know what I'm talking about here. Go to the next video. So now this is like the 5th day. Okay, here's the tape. I'm going to see if I can turn this volume up. Don't cut right down the middle if you do this, because you'll hit the support. Cut over to the side. If you gotta do this. Oh, I couldn't cut all the way down because the bumper's in the way. The tape, I just wanted a straight line. And you see these holes. I don't want to mess up these emblem holes, so can't tell here, but it's over to the side. You get as close as I can to the bumper. And now it's able to come up. So I got this saw here that I used to use in construction. I need to cut it all the way through. Well, they call it, I don't know, like Japanese saw or something. It's got a thickened edge in there where I popped it. Just said it was a thickened edge. I had, when I bought this, it was crooked. So I'm cutting through some extra thick bond of fiberglass. Try not to cut anything. What I realized later is there was only one bolt in this nose, right, like right here. So 3 of them were missing. So again, this is all trial and error. Now I'm going to try to shim it up. That bumper is rubber, so it pushes, or polyester, so it pushes things. But why does this thing keep popping off? I thought I had it bolted on. So I'm trying to get it up to the top of this hood. And this gap. Good. And then I gotta figure out how to hold these pieces together. Now I'm just looking at it thinking, I How do I hold these two together? So go
Maybe a couple.
next video.
Okay, attempt number one. This is some scrap I had laying around.
This is my solution how to hold it together. I had these laying around. Notice the groove. Notice the reveal. See, I can pull this hood forward this way. I'm gonna do the best I can to get these flush. So let's skip ahead. These are part of what holds that nose on. So again, it's all about trying to figure out how to do stuff. And loosen them, trying to use these to hold that in place. Now I'm checking just put a piece of tape on that shim. There, pretty good. It's a little low. The bottom of that tape
Maybe this wasn't tight in here.
would be a perfect groove. I'll go to the next video. Last day. I think it's the last day. No. It was kind of a boring video, but so the bumper's on again. Or I guess I've still been thinking about how do I get.
Okay, I got the bumper set at last.
It's still not good. I don't know that. I don't know that yet.
So I solved the problem. It's hard to, like I say, the problem is, again, I can't remember where I left off because it was yesterday. I just came down here, but
Let me turn the volume down.
can't.
So if I was to do this all over again, hindsight, put these. How do I say this? Bolt everything together, slip it into the frame. Don't put any bolts in it, but it's easier for me because I got a lift. So I got a jack on the floor with a piece of wood. I'm not showing it. Get this thing set. Get your nose marked. Get all the pieces together. Push it in. And then I also took a motorcycle come-along strap, and there's a hole right here in the bumper. I was wondering if they did the same thing. And I pulled this in off of there with a ratchet, so it was sucked up tight. Then I jacked this up, ratchet that. The combination, eventually I got it right. Then once you get it right, get a torch. And if your holes aren't lined up perfect, just burn right through. There's room to get your torch in there. That's what I ended up doing. Again, I'm just skipping ahead because. So anyway, let me see. Looking at these pictures, I don't know what all this stuff is. Eventually, I got to put some Bondo on, some long hair fiberglass Bondo. Again, it's really close, but it's not perfect. When I made some wider grooves, so the fiberglass would get in there, and then when you put the fiberglass on, make sure it spreads out over this area. So here's the long hair fiberglass. Stuff is a bitch. So I found out in your finger. Again, this
I'll
is
get some on the back. I just need to plug this hole. I don't know how fast it's. I don't know
I
how
got
fast
my
it's
mask
gonna
on.
set up.
I put a lot of hardener in it. But I'll tell you one thing about Bondo. Once it starts getting hard at all, stop. Throw it away. Because it won't adhere. So I got it in there. I put my hand into the back.
Hardener. I could. That was setting up. I couldn't even use it.
Took my gloves off. It's set up in about 5 minutes. For the next video. I don't know. I just put more Bondo. Skip those videos. So, what I did
Okay, I took the nose off the car.
just to show that it was strong enough. Those bolts are still in there.
So let's go. I mean, it held together.
I'm just showing, hey, it held together. But I decided I'm going to take these washers off. And now that it's held together, I'm going to grind, get these washers out. Put some Bondo behind, long hair Bondo behind it. Long hair fiberglass Bondo behind it, and then push the washers right into the Bondo. So it'll be like have a metal connection in there. Here, we're getting near the end. Like I said, I usually don't edit videos, but this is just, it was very frustrating. So here I'm just going to clean it up. This is a what do you call it, a Dremel. That's what he gave me. But you see this loose, there's a lot of loose stuff. See that big flap there? That's where it was setting up. So I gotta get in here and cut anything that looks loose. Gotta get it out of there. Because it just was setting up on me. So I'm getting all that junk off. Getting the washers where I can pull them out. See, here's a piece. It didn't set up. So I dug all that out for the next video today. So like those washers are embedded in there somewhere. Again, cut here because you don't want to cut through where these bolts are. You need these. So I cut here. So now it's solid. I put some short hair Bondo just to kind of clean it up. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, this is where I'm talking. Now that the nose isn't in the way. If you're doing this on your back, it's a pain in the ass. But that hole underneath the bumper, get a motorcycle strap. I just call it come along. Pull it tight. You're gonna have to jack this up and pull tight, kind of a combination, or else it'll tilt. And pull it tight all the way. So after like the 4th try, I got it. So again, what I would do is I put the nose on first, put this mark on here. If I do this all over again on both sides, then do what I just said. Get it as close to that mark as you can. It's a pain. So last video, see what it is. This is earlier today. It's hot. It's about 100 came in the house. See what I have to say.
On the passenger side.
That's as good as I can get it.
It's a hair low here, but I'm not. That's close enough. There was a bitch. It's 80. It's just starting to climb pretty fast. 80 up there. Let's see, what is it right down here? I got a thermostat for the winter.
Got a heater.
78. So even though it's 80 up there, it's still 78 down here. And me being old and fat, I need to stop and rest. Been out here since like 9, and it's let's see, what time is it? 12:20, and then I'll be. Man, I got the flare on this wheel, the flare on the back wheel.
Anyway, when I used to be in construction, I'd be out in the heat every day. But as I got old, as you'll find out someday, the heat started getting to you. I'm not sure why. It doesn't help when you're overweight. I'm not ashamed to admit I'm overweight. So, the problem is I worked in construction all the time. I could burn off every calorie, but now that I don't work as hard, I gained weight. That's my excuse. So, that's the end of this video. I don't know if it's part 5 or part 6, but the next one I'm going to go over here and put this nose back on. Oh, and you see these braces right here? It's like everything you do is fighting to get this thing lined up. But what I found out is get these up and just snug them. Don't leave them loose. Don't leave them really tight. Just snug it. This is like an isolator. So really, you can't go up any higher than that unless if you tighten this down really tight, you might snap this bolt. But that's what's really setting part of this height right here. So, but again, keep all this stuff, keep everything loose down here until you finally get it bolted up. I mean, until you get it lined up. That's it. I'm trying to save this. I don't use this program very often. I think I got to push F10. Come on. How do I stop this? Trying to stop it. See this clock? I'm pushing F10. It's not stopping. Push F11. Damn it.